All right, Coach. First and foremost, we'll get to this weekend series, but we got to look back on that big series win at San Diego. Maybe just your overall thoughts on what your team was able to accomplish against a really good Toreros team.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, I think they were the best team we played this year, including Georgia Tech and some of the good ones we played. But man, perseverance, character, grit, just guttiness. I mean, all those catchphrases that you put on a team. But we just stuck with it. Really, that's all it was. If somebody would have said, "Hey, your starting pitching is going to be very, very average." Mav's going to go 2 1/3, and Brady's going to go 2, and Hayden's not going to get out of the fifth. I would have really worried about that going in, but bullpen stepped up, guys off the bench stepped up. We played good defense and found a way to get it done.
What do you hope, besides continuing the winning streak, what do you hope a series win like that can do, or what have you seen even in just a couple of days after during practice? Have you seen anything tangible after a series win like that?
One great thing about this team is we're the same all the time, and so we're not full of ourselves now because we went on the road and beat San Diego 2 out of 3. I got them together today, and I said the only way to ruin that is by not coming out this week and playing like we can play and overlooking somebody who's a really, really good team. I mean, San Francisco is just full of older guys who know how to put together great at-bats. They're not going to be intimidated. They're going to pitch it. I mean, they're a good team. We're going to have to play our best to win the series. I mean, that's just like it is every single week. But the thing about us, just keep playing the same way we are, and keep even keeled.
You guys were able to get Brock Hale in as the DH. Is there any chance that he may be able to do more this week, or is it still too early?
Well, just watching him walk around and kind of jog around, I would think probably DH still. He's going to run around a little bit right now in the outfield and see how he feels. But I would say DH, similar to what we did on Friday and Saturday.
So, but maybe see more of Colton Shaver at third?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great way for us to go. Colton played a little bit over at third in the Cape last summer and did a good job for those guys and played really well at San Diego. And so I kind of like that. It means DC would go behind the plate and Bronson go out to left, and to have that that really good offensive lineup. But there are some things we can do. Noah came in, played well. Nate came in, got a big triple or big double, bases clearing double. So everybody's ready to play, and they're okay just being plugged in wherever we need them.
All right, I want to throw some stats out at you for a certain player over the last 12 games. I want to see, it's probably going to be very easy for you. I want to see if you can tell me who I'm talking about. So over the last 12 games, this person's hitting 400, 5 home runs, and 16 RBI. Who am I talking about?
Probably Colton Shaver.
Colton Shaver.
Yeah.
What a monster 12 games he's having.
People are saying, what's going on with Colton? I'm like, have you seen the league stats? I mean, he's an All-American, and if we just put down the league stats, but we were hoping he would do that, and we know he's that type of hitter that can just kind of snap out of it and get going. And last year at this time, he kind of had a lull. This year, he kind of had his lull the first 5 weeks, but the thing about Shave is he just keep plugging away, and not just get to the point where he's just going to give up. I mean, he really has a purpose every time he comes out here. And interestingly enough, I have not looked at our stats one time. I've never pulled up our stats this year. I've never been a big stat rat guy, and unless it was my own stats when I was playing. Then I would go see Ralph Zobel every single day, see when they had to print them off. That's the only way you could see them. But I'm proud of Shave. I'm proud of Chauncey too, the way they started and then the way they're leading and helping our team win right now.
It's interesting that you say that, and I've heard you say that you don't focus on stats. You don't focus on how the team is playing. And Nate Favero said that earlier today on BYU Sports Nation. Didn't know what his batting average was. Yeah. Do you like that kind of mentality in your players like that?
Oh yeah, I love that. And it's in baseball, it's all about stats, and that's in pro ball people are paid that way, and here scouts what's his batting average and but for me, is he putting together good at bats? Is he helping the team? Is he being productive? He's getting out, but even when Colton Shaver gets out, he's a presence in the lineup, and people have to pitch him different. People have to pitch Chauncey a little bit different, even when he was struggling. And so, you get 9 guys like that are just concerned about how do I move the guy in front of me up? How do I get on base if nobody's on? How do I drive guys in? That makes a pretty special lineup.
You're talking about the starting pitching at San Diego. Little blip on the radar based off of how they've been performing. What do you think they need to do this weekend against the Dons to get back up to maybe where they were just 2 series ago?
Well, I think a lot of it's confidence. You go into San Diego; it's a tough place to play, and if you throw the ball down the middle, they're going to hit it. And I had a talk with Brady Corliss, and he said, you know, and I don't need an apology from him, but he did. He said, "Hey, sorry, Coach, there was a lot going on my mind last week. I was worried about finals, and which are done today, thank goodness." But I can understand that. I mean, I get that. That's part of being a student athlete. There's a lot of pressures on these guys, but Matt will be better this week, and I think it's all about location. That's really what it is. I think Hayden getting that 6-0 lead might have lost a little focus, but it's the first time he's done that the entire year, and so I expect him to come up, compete, and if they don't, guys out of the pen have to do their job, and we'll just as a unit try to get this thing done.
All right, you mentioned the San Francisco team coming in. Certainly can't overlook them.
No.
Maybe just give us a quick scouting report and maybe how you feel you match up with them.
Well, I mean, I feel like we match up really well, but they've got a lot of older guys. That's the biggest thing. They've got a lot of older, mature, just guys who know how to play the game. And again, they're not going to be intimidated. This is a team that's going to come in and want to beat us and expect that they can beat us. It's, you know, and some teams aren't like that. You know, even some teams that we've yet to play and have played, they kind of feel like, hey, we can't beat BYU here. San Francisco's not going to feel like that. They'll compete to the end, and I respect Nino Giarratano, their head coach, a ton. I think he's one of the best coaches, not just on our league, but on the West Coast, and he'll have them ready to play. You know, for me, it's a scary opponent because they just know how to play. They play hard, and they're not going to be intimidated.
Coach, it's great to have you guys back home. Good luck against San Francisco.
Yeah, bring our parkas out this week, I guess.
Sounds like it. Thanks.
Right, thanks, Jeff.